Hey, Web3 Curious listeners, welcome to another special episode where we are live in Hong Kong during Consensus and at the side event Hack Season, where we sat down with some of the brightest minds in blockchain, crypto, and AI. First, we explore the future of fan engagement with Monika, who is the brand manager at CoinW, discussing their La Liga partnership and how they're bringing sports fans into the blockchain era. And to round things out, we sat down with Petrix Barbosa, who's CEO of Matchain, who reveals how they've onboarded 25 million users into Web3 in their groundbreaking PSG partnership aimed at redefining digital identity and fan engagement in sports. This is a high-impact episode filled with valuable insights, so sit back and relax and enjoy as we explore the latest trends shaping the world of Web3.
Welcome to The Edge of Show, your gateway to the Web3 revolution. We explore the cutting edge of blockchain, cryptocurrency, NFTs, ordinals, DeFi, gaming, and entertainment, plus how AI is reshaping our digital future. Join us as we bring you visionaries and disruptors pushing boundaries in this digital renaissance. This show is for the dreamers, disruptors, and doers that are pumped about where innovation meets culture. This is where the future begins.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Edge of Show, live in Hong Kong at Consensus. First time Hong Kong actually has hosted Consensus now that they've been acquired by Bullish. So it's really exciting to be here with a lot of different movers and shakers in the industry that care about this region. I have the pleasure of having Monika Mlodzianowskao as my guest today. She's the brand manager at CoinW, who's one of the sponsors and partners for the event. Nice to have you on the show.
Thank you. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate it.
Yeah. No, it was funny. I was actually at your booth when all of a sudden there was a lot of paparazzi. And I was like, what's going on here? And there was someone that was like in the room with the soccer jersey. So I knew there's something cool going on.
Yeah.
So you had, I found out the scoop, you have a new partnership like with La Liga.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit more about that.
So our partnership with La Liga, it's basically a huge step for CoinW, but not only for CoinW. We wanted to bring like basically the innovation into La Liga, into sportsmanship itself, right? So while partnering with La Liga, considering they also very innovative when it comes to their ways to approach fans, we decided it's gonna be perfect to partner with them, right? And then later on, be more engaging in both sides, because crypto is exciting, right? So it's football. Why not mix it together?
I mean, we've seen with like, obviously with Chili's and their success that, there's deep fan connectivity in sports.
Yeah.
And there's like deepening community connectivity through blockchain. I mean, these are parallel universes, right? Like, actually, I think a lot of crypto enthusiasts are sports fans. I know I am.
Same.
So that makes sense. And I guess maybe anything more you could allude to in terms of what's coming in terms of that partnership?
Well, we do have a lot of initiatives and events going on in the same time when the games are happening, right? Obviously, when it comes to the initiatives, they are related to CoinW, right? They are only allowed on CoinW. We have prize pool and so on of the gifts, same like special merches and so on. We're also planning to do a couple of like football themed events additionally to support that.
So is there going to be like a CoinW app experience, or is it based on sort of a mobile app experience that La Liga supports? Like, how will fans have this opportunity to engage?
Well, basically on CoinW website, you just cool. Literally signing up and that's it, right? So this is how they do that, and the same with the prices. It's you can win like a match ticket, like signed by Morientes, special merch and so on. So this is how we are engaging even more within the La Liga.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Obviously, there's a lot of probably folks that are into that team that might not have, a crypto wallet or be part of a crypto exchange yet. So it's bringing you guys a new audience.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
It's also it's demonstrating to the world that they're innovative too, and sort of continuing that heritage.
Exactly.
So
that's
pretty cool. I guess beyond that, or to take a step back, For folks that don't know CoinW, what type of exchange are you? What makes you sort of unique? Where do folks use your product the most?
We are obviously the crypto exchange, centralized crypto exchange. We've been in the industry for like 7 years now. Started from Australia, now based in Dubai. I would say it's a bit tricky to talk about like how are you different. I believe our team is different. We are really supportive when it comes to our users. We are really transparent, and so far for the past 7 years, we never had accident or incident that any kind of problems, so I'm pretty sure it's really secured. So I would say that is something that so far it's actually worth to mention, like no incidents in 7 years. So I guess it's a quite strong security.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, the hackers are getting better. Security is really important, but it's about staying one step ahead. And everyone should just go the extra mile. These suggestions that exchanges have for what additional security precautions you can do. Yes, it's more work. Just do it, right? Like just do it. It's like the downside risk is much more severe than a couple extra seconds to authenticate.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree. I feel like security should be a number one priority for any exchange. And I would say we're quite innovative to the point when it comes to the new users or even users that we have right now. So we do a lot of events. Previously, last year, we were having a lot of events under Expedition Trek, where we were also providing workshops for our for traders, for our users, right? So they could join, they could meet the team, right? So they know that we are actually there. We are real people. We are all behind your back, right? Like we all together in it, right? So obviously education. I would say right now we also have something related to CoinW, which is PropW, which is proprietary trading. I'm so sorry, my English.
No, all good.
Yeah, so basically it's like a funding account for the traders who know how to trade but not always have money to trade with, right? So
interesting.
Yeah, that's actually pretty
so
cool.
they have a chance to sort of earn without necessarily putting as much liquidity into the process.
Yeah, pretty much.
By using their core skills. So it's sort of leveling up more financially disadvantaged folks
Absolutely.
that want to be part of the industry.
Absolutely.
And others can benefit from their knowledge, right?
Yeah, so this is what we are like. We wanted to show more support for our traders, right? Because we know like trading can be tricky, right? It's as much as you can gain, you can lose, right? So to support that, the PropW initiative as well, we literally have right now recently, we also set up a specific school from CoinW. Right now it's just in Africa to educate the traders more, to educate the people about trading, right? And obviously our partnerships, all of them are pretty much strategic to bring as many users on board as possible, but not just for CoinW. It's more about bringing people to blockchain itself, right?
Right. Making the industry bigger,
yeah.
And more accessible, which is a constant quest. We've been talking about it for many years. At all of our conferences we've hosted, it's how can we do more for the masses? And I think it comes down to initiatives like the one you're doing.
Absolutely.
It's actually putting the metal to the pedal to the metal and getting it done. So you sort of covered some of your overall objectives with CoinW. Is there any specific reasons that you decided to come to Hong Kong?
Well, obviously, for the exposure of the brands, right? Considering we are also a partner with La Liga in Hong Kong and Taiwan specifically, right? So that was the perfect place to be for us to even more, let's say, even show off our partnership, like what are we doing, right? And of course, like in every conference, it's all about connecting with the people, right? There is a lot of projects here that we also want to know, right? Like how it works in crypto. The best way is to actually see someone face to face and network.
What is the process of projects onboarding with your exchange? What is that? What is it really formal? What does that process look like?
I wouldn't say so. It's well, it depends what you mean by formal. Obviously, we're going through all the documentation as needed, right? As requested. As for the team, I think everyone is very supportive when it comes to onboarding new projects and so on. We do really careful review. That's why it's not that easy to actually launch on CoinW, because we don't want just any project, you know. We don't do that. We support projects with the good founding behind it as well, with the good team behind it, right? So yeah. So I would say, yeah.
Yeah. So people apply on your site, or
Most of the time they reach out to us directly through the contacts. People talking to people, and this is how you know, like,
I mean, it's really, yeah. I mean, I think that's the essence of our industry. You know, I started a digital native podcast, which turned into an in real life event, and I feel like even though we're all about decentralization and doing as much digitally as we can, relationships are still important
absolutely.
in all industries, and you know, they bring business leaders together to. I think when you're face to face with someone, you can think about things more creatively.
Yeah.
You get to feel that authentic connection that it's really hard to replicate that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely agree. I think it's important, and it builds some kind of trust when you meet in person. Because for example, I myself, if I see someone that I never met before sending me message on Telegram, is it a scam? Is it, you know, like, I don't know who is the person behind it, right? So but when I meet someone in person, I actually get the chance to talk with this person. It's just, I don't know. It's I feel like it builds mutual trust.
Well, I think, you know, as humans, we use all of our senses to make decisions.
Exactly.
And, you know, you're sort of, you can't use them all when you're having a digital interaction.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
So,
pretty much.
at least not yet, but with AI and new technology coming, we'll see. Well, really enjoy learning more about what you guys are doing and sort of how you guys are differentiating yourselves from other exchanges. Before we tell folks where to go to learn more about you, is there anything else you want to share about what's coming up for CoinW?
Well, there is a lot of new things, amazing things coming up, new partnerships, more partnerships, bigger, better, everything, you know. So I'm really excited. In the same time, I cannot really say much about that yet.
All right, we'll have to save that for another episode.
Yeah, we will save it.
All right, well, very cool. And if people want to learn about CoinW, you know, where do they go?
Well, www.coinw.com. Right?
All right, you guys got the right domain name. You got it early. And then is the company on X? Are you on X?
I am on X as well. So is the company, obviously. X, it's like for all the crypto enthusiasts. So
so it's CoinW.
CoinW, yeah.
And then your X handle?
And mine is MK CoinW.
All right, MK CoinW. We'll get you some new followers from the show. Thanks for hanging out with us, and congrats on the new partnership.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Let's take a pause to shout out one of our favorite partners. For tech innovators facing legal challenges, Zuba Lawler is your go-to law firm. They focus on understanding your technology and business model before addressing legal requirements. Specializing in blockchain, AI, VR, AR, quantum computing, and more, Zuba Lawler offers expert guidance in capital raising, IP transactions, M&A, litigation, and compliance. Visit zuberlawler.com, that's ZUBERLAWLER.com, for cutting-edge legal solutions.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to another edition of The Edge of Show. We are live at Consensus Hong Kong. This is Josh Krieger, one of your co-hosts. And I'm here today with Petrix Barbosa, the CEO of Matchain.
Yes.
It's great to have you on the show today.
Thank you, Josh. It's a pleasure to be here.
So, one of my dear friends in the industry has been working with you for a while. It's great to finally meet you in person. Shout out to Anastasia for bringing us together. And I'm just starting to unpack what you guys are doing, which sounds pretty exciting. Why don't you start by giving our audience an overview of what Matchain is all about and what sort of led you to starting it?
Absolutely. It's a pleasure for us to be here. Thank you so much. Huge fan of your show.
Thank you.
And again, Matchain's infrastructure project. We are a blockchain. And this blockchain that is not much different than the other ones. but we have a very special thing, which is our mindset, our users. Because I always talk, like everyone talks about technology, quantum computers, AI, blockchain. Technology works, right? And we are a blockchain that on board so far the biggest number of Web2 users that have ever seen any other project. So my point is,
That's a big statement.
Yeah,
So
my
let's
point
quantify
is-
it.
quantify is the users that we acquired based on normal day-to-day applications that you built in the past 2 years.
So how many users?
Approximately 25 million.
How did you, what applications led to all these users?
Absolutely. So to get to this point, I'm just gonna go a little bit back. When I decided to found Matchain, I was literally thinking on how can we really prove the Web3 is the future of the internet. The blockchain is the future of the internet. The Web3 is the evolution of Web2. We need to fix the problems from Web2, but to fix the problems, you need to understand what is Web2. So I did a deep research, me and my team. I put together the smartest people that I knew in the industry, and how Web2 or the internet got big today. First, achieve the biggest user traffic. And how the user traffic got into Web2 was with the three kind of applications first. The first kind of application that brought the most active users in the internet was socials. Remember MySpace?
Yeah, absolutely.
Facebook. So that was the first big funnel on the internet that brought the biggest numbers. That's what we built as well. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. So we built a social application which is very similar to WeChat. So if you go to the APAC region today, Asia Pacific region, they all use WeChat.
So what's yours called?
Ours is called Intoverse,
Okay.
which is a separate company, different application, but they know how to build social applications.
It's so interesting because like social and Web3 have not been successful this year. It was a thesis for this cycle that has not panned out, but you did it. So it's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So you guys are like the sleeping giant nobody knew about. I feel like why have you not been on the Edge of show before this? I don't know, because that's shame on me because Anastasia told me about what you guys are doing. It's really cool.
Hey listeners, are you ready to amplify your voice in a digital world? Introducing .podcast domains, your gateway to the future of online identity. Whether you're a creator, a company, or just someone with big ideas, .podcast is for you. Own your unique digital identity, connect securely, and explore hundreds of apps with no renewal fees. Don't wait for someone else to claim your name. Secure your .podcast domain today and be part of the next generation of content creation. Visit get.unstoppabledomains.com/podcast to get started. Again, that's get.unstoppabledomains.com/podcast. Your voice, your rules, your identity.
Well, cool. Thank you for sort of giving me the big picture of how you're onboarding millions of users using sort of traditional devices like social, creatively with key partners. So it's clear that your desire to sort of onboard the masses doesn't stop there, and there's a recent partnership to that effect that you just announced. So why don't you tell us about it?
It's been 4 months already that we announced. We are first one of the main sponsors of PSG, Paris Saint-Germain, one of the top football clubs in the world, top 5 actually. But not just the sponsorship, it's very good for our branding, to have education about the Matchain vision. But when I sat with them, I actually want to say thank you. They have a very innovative vision, which is very rare today on those billion-dollar big branding companies in the world, which is, they said to me, Petrix, we are kind of learning about blockchain, and we understood that we can bring all those fans in one place and using blockchain to understand them better. Can we use your blockchain or can we use your identity solution to do it? I said, yes. But in order to do this, I'm not going to create one single solution for us to bring your 550 million fans on chain. We need to create many solutions. Right? So imagine that it's not one fan token, it's not one NFT drop, that will be the holy grail savior of Web3 to onboard 500 million fans. So I sat with PSG leaders, shout out to Par, which is our common friend.
Yeah,
visionary.
I see Par everywhere. Par is definitely a Web3 evangelist for, the soccer community, PSG and beyond. He's always around and always thinking out of the box.
Absolutely. So again, it's literally a visionary and is the head of the Web3 part of the PSG and the group. And then I said to him, like, we need to create many solutions, many funnels that will work. Some will not work, but those funnels we need to keep improving and find 3, 4, 5, 10 solutions that really work and invest in those solutions to bring users into the chain. So we did a joint venture-ish between Matchain and the PSG. We co-founded together the Joint Innovation Studio, GIS, which means we are creating together solutions on blockchain from engagement, fan engagement, from betting applications if that's what the fans want, different kind of funnels that will create a good door for them to come on chain, but not just to come, to stay. We need to create solutions that will have a retention. So the beauty of this partnership is not like any other exchange sponsorship of a big football club. It's the first time that a blockchain startup, before even pre-launch of the token, close a deal with this kind of company global that is way more than just a football club.
And that announcement was more recent?
That announcement was already 4 months ago.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And recently we are constantly launching new products, new highlighting to the world the new achievements that we're doing. For example, solutions.
Par said something big was coming last time I saw him. I guess time flies because it was like probably a little bit before then. That's really cool. Well, congrats on that.
Thank you, Josh. Thank you so much.
And I think, yeah, I'm just processing what you're sharing. It does make sense that there's a lot of different types of engagement solutions for fans. It's not one size fits all. Fans come in different geographies or different use cases, different archetypes, different needs. Not all fans are created equal, right?
No.
So that makes sense. Some people want to maybe watch the game virtually with some other friends, right? Other ones want to have the best like live experience.
I love you saying that.
Yeah. So I'm just thinking about it.
True.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And how can PSG or club or any other club or global brand reach out to that person that are loyal to that brand, loyal to that company, but it's not in Paris every game, but it's still loyal, it's still supporting.
So have you launched any specific products yet, or any specific ones coming out soon that you can talk about?
Yes. We have also, basically from the G's, we are supporting founders, other projects. Anyone that want to sign up, go to our website and apply your company. Going to be backed by us if you're approved. But also we are co-creating product directly, Matchain and PSG. So we launched and announced already 4 projects, which is one is the fan ID. We are creating the identity for the fan, basically on their achievements or things that they support. If you go to PSG store and buy a cool merch from Jordan Wings collection that they have. Also, we are creating the player ID. So imagine that every single player from the academy to the professional level, they're going to have their backpack on chain where they have all the achievements, all the passes, all the statistics, everything that can carry for the next club if they go, or to show whatever they did on their career. Besides of the player ID as well, we are creating something that is the most excited about. I think you're gonna like it. It's called MOMS, means Media On-Chain Management System.
Okay.
So for the first time, you're gonna try something unique, and I'm sure gonna work very well because you're never gonna stop till we make it. And this can be replicated in any kind of industry. What it means, fun fact is that PSG, they own all the media, all the videos that they broadcast 24 hours after his life. They have the full rights, the IP. And if a company, or if you are like a big PSG fan, you want to go to the archive and get videos from the legend times from Ibrahimovic or Ronaldinho, where you find it? And if you find it, how PSG gonna get paid for you use the assets? It's very difficult unless it's on chain, unless you have a public library that you can access. We are gonna put all those assets on chain.
Wow.
And this is massive, never done before. So MOMS means Media On-Chain Management System, where we're going to start to onboard media assets on-chain and start to basically give ownership.
So, you have so many different camera angles, so much different content. Are these different size clips and pictures, or is it like, how do you break all that content down into smaller bites?
Basically, we just have to upload on chain, and that content is the way that it is. But again, this is in a process.
Yeah.
This is
So
something that we are
it
building
comes in
together.
different formats and
Absolutely. We don't have exactly. You are
like,
professional, so you already make very precise
I'm already
questions.
thinking about it. It's like, all right, so there's this amazing goal. That's one highlight reel. But like, what do you do with like a 3-hour broadcast? You know,
Exactly. I understand your point,
you're
but
figuring it out.
we're gonna figure it out. But that's part of our trajectory, and if this works, we can apply to any other partner, to any other sports media television, which are already in the work as well, because they want to see the results of this. So maybe they can be the first big TV channel to do that. So again, these are all coming from real world problems. It's not just about football. So what we are co-creating between our brands on blockchain, we are giving utility and life, thanks to PAR, basically, as well, and our vision that we have together. Utility in the real world to the blockchain.
Very cool. So, what brings you specifically to Hong Kong?
Well, one of the biggest, if not the best conference that we have in the space right now, here, Consensus by CoinDesk. We were special guests from CoinDesk. Thank you for bringing us and inviting us over here. And there's no other place to be this week, to be honest, especially on the industry that we are.
Yeah.
So we can meet the best partners, the best projects, the best exchanges, the best, let's say,
Podcast shows.
idols that you have in the industry. If you need to have a reference, you need to be over here. You're gonna meet all the rock star. I met one of them here.
Well, hardly, but really great to meet you. And before we wrap,
Sure.
we talked about the PSG partnership. We got a sense of what's different about your chain. What's next for you all?
Yes. So thank you for asking about it. Our chain, like I said, we do very well the job that must be done. Like if you think a little bit about Web2 space and applications, when you download an app, you don't check if it's Java or Python. You just want to make sure that that it's working. So under that premise, we want to make sure that we bring the most utility as possible. PSG is just one funnel. It's a fantastic partnership, but there's more coming. We need to create more funnels that are going to bring more 10,000, 100,000, a million, till we get to 1 billion users. So that's what I can tell you. We have more big brands and partnership coming soon. And now we are truly focused at any time to launch our token, the MIT token, which will be the currency of data that you own your digital footprint, you own your identity, and then you will be able to consent your data later. And in order to consent your data, you need to get paid. And that will be the currency of our chain, MIT. So we are very focused on TG, which is the main favorite word of our community. They post and ask us all the time, when TG, when TG. So this is our focus, and then we can promise that we're going to be very soon.
Exciting stuff. Kudos for everything you're doing. Look forward to continuing to follow your journey. And for those at home that want to learn more about Matchain, where should they go?
Go to matchain.io. Also matchain.io/GIS. So we can, if you want to understand a little bit more about our partnership with PSG and even apply your project or ideas.
Cool. And are you on X personally, where people can follow you?
Yes. So on X, just go. You need to first learn how to spell my name. My name is Petrix Barbosa, Petrix Barbosa. So you put my first and last name on all social medias, Instagram, X, Telegram, whatever, you're going to find me.
All right. Well, thanks for hanging out today.
Thank you so much, Josh, for having me. It's a pleasure.
Likewise.
We've reached the outer limit at the edge of show for today. Thanks for exploring with us. We have room for more adventurers on our starship, so invite your friends and cool strangers to join our journey. If you're among the hundreds of thousands following us on Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, or watching us on Myco or YouTube, please hit that subscribe button, rate us, and make an awesome comment too. And don't forget to pass this episode along to a friend or two who would benefit from it. Doubling back to again, recommend checking out myco.io, where you can watch The Edge of Show and earn for your time and attention. That's myco.io. Don't forget to visit theedgeofshow.com. The is part of the domain name, where you can learn more about collaborating with us and also subscribe to the Edge of Weekly newsletter for the latest Web3 news, events, and show drops. In addition, connect with us on all major social platforms by searching for The Edge of Show. Join the exciting conversations happening online. Lastly, be sure to tune in next time for more great Web3 and AI content. Until then, keep pushing the boundaries. Thanks again for hanging out with us today. The views and opinions expressed on The Edge of Show reflect solely those views and opinions of the show host and its guests. Please make sure to do your own research. Our show is not financial advice. You understand that you are using any and all information on or through this podcast at your own risk. Whenever making financial decisions, we recommend doing your own research and talking to your accountant for financial advice. From time to time, we may feature sponsored content on the show for which we receive value, and we may share links for which we receive a commission if you make a purchase through one of these links. Refer to our website, www.edgeofnft.com, for our full disclaimer, terms and conditions, and privacy policy.